In this video we are going to see the attendance part and what all features are coming into attendance. So from the home page you can see the attendance section. We need to click on the attendance part. Now you can see the name of the employees, which are basically to the director of the company. Initially we need to make the rules and then assign the rules to each and every employee. So you can see the rules section from here. We need to click on that. Now we can basically see n number of rules here, and we can create n number of rules also for each and every section of employees. For example, I created a new rule. I can edit the name of the rule. For example, I need to make it from attendance 1. So this is the description if you want to give or not. So in the shift timings, I need to make it from 10:30. So I'll edit it the time from 7 till 7:30 in the evening. Now you can see the anomaly tracking. So anomaly means that if we are giving the grace period for in time, for out time, or for the work duration, and if they are unable to fulfill, what will be the deductions, I'll be able to explain in the coming while. So initially, if you are setting the grace period as 10 minutes, so for example, if a person is coming after 10:40, he will be having some deductions, whether it be in a form of half day or whether it be in a form of deduction from the leaves balance. So yes, we can also edit the number of breaks a person can take and total duration of the breaks. So we need to basically checklist from each and every rule which we are making, and we can automatically assign them the rules and the employees also. Now the option auto clock out means a person who is basically moving out of the radius of the company's location will be automatically clocked out. So these are the general rules, and we need to save it. If we want to edit some or maybe assign some extra rules for the same employees, for example, I created attendance rule once, I'll go to advanced rules section. Now we can see different options here. So enable overtime means, like, if a person total work hour we have given as 8 hours and a person is working 10 hours a day, if we enable it according to overtime calculation which we are given in the payroll section, a person will be basically given the extra amount of money based on the overtime he has done. Enable IP restriction means a person will be only able to log in until unless he is on the same IP of the company. Maybe he's connected on the same Wi-Fi of the company, or maybe he's in the restriction area of the company. Then only he'll be able to clock in or clock out. Now here FRS means the facial recognition system, which is the Kredily. Kredily is our facial recognition system of Kredily, and we need to install an application on any of the spare phones which we have in the office, and we need to install at the start of the office to basically have this FRS enabled. Now coming to the point, like enable attendance with selfie means a person who is basically clocking from selfie attendance from phone, it should be enabled from here. Until unless it is not enabled from here, it will be not shown from the user side or maybe from the employee's side. Now live tracking means if we enable from the live tracking for any of the employees, we will be able to see from which point to which point he is traveling and how many kilometers he have traveled. So this live tracking features comes for the people who are basically having customer facing roles and basically having traveling as a part of their job roles. So if you are basically having reimbursement or any of the things given, so we can check how many kilometers he has traveled or how many hours he has traveled and where he has traveled. So you can basically see all of these once live tracking is enabled. Now geofencing is one of our feature in which we basically person will only be able to log in. An employee will only be able to log in until unless he is in the 50-meter radius of the location we have made. So for example, you can see I can move this pinpoint location to any point. For example, I go and set it to the CureFit office. Okay. Now if I add this location, for example, you can see the sector 3 HSR layout is coming. Now initially I need to save as new location, for example new, and I added. So once geofencing is enabled, and now the person, if he's in the 50-meter radius of this CureFit of this pinpoint location, then only he'll be able to log in or log out, and if he is outside of that radius, he'll not be able to clock in or clock out. And coming to the most important part, which is basically for the penalty rules. So as I mentioned in the general rules, for the end time, for the anomalies, for the out time, for anomalies, and for the work duration, we can set the settings in which how much penalty should be deducted. So for example, how many late comings should be allowed. For example, I need to only 3. For the penalty interval, it should be 3, and penalty should be half day or full day. You can basically edit from here. And if it is basically deduction from, you can see if we are basically having the deduction, so we have set in hierarchy also, like first the casual leave should be deducted, then the sick leave, and then the loss of pay. Similarly for out time and work duration, and we can basically save this. So this is all about the attendance part. We can see all the settings from here. Once we have made the rule, we can assign any of the attendance rules to n number of employees. For example, if I have to assign the same rule which I have created, for example, to the Prem partner, I'll go to the assign rule. I'll assign the attendance rule which I have created right now, and I'll basically have it from the effective date for 1st February, for example, and I'll apply it. So you can see the rule has been assigned. So when Prem will be opening his attendance part, he'll be able to see all the features which we have enabled from the rules section from our, right? So this is all about the attendance part. I hope it is clear to all of you. Thank you so much for your time.